Have you ever had certain knowledge of anything? It's really a wonderful experience. I know I've had it. I really do. I know I've had that.
When I was a child in high school, I was often envious of those fellow students who knew what they wanted to be when they grew up. I remember my friend David Trachtenberg wanted to be a graphic artist. He had been demonstrating a talent for drawing and painting ever since he was in the first grade. Then there was John Bailey, who wanted to be a rock star. Every single day after school, he would sit on the edge of his bed with his electric guitar and teach himself to play by ear as he listened over and over to records by AC/DC, Van Halen, and UFO. As for me, I only wanted to play video games, read science fiction, and smoke marijuana as often as possible. After graduating high school, all my friends became gainfully employed as artists and musicians and computer technicians. I, on the other hand, found that I was unable to make myself look for a job. No one was going to pay me to smoke dope and read, play video games, and I had no desire or interest in doing anything else. The mere thought of going to a store or restaurant to apply for a job that I didn't want made me very, very sleepy, and therefore I could not make myself wake up and get out of bed before 5 p.m. I just couldn't. No matter how early I went to bed or how much I tried to psych myself up, I just couldn't bear to push off the covers and get out of bed and head to the bathroom knowing that I was going to leave the house and catch the bus and walk into some dumb place with a fake smile and ask for an application. Whenever I tried to explain this to my parents, they would become very angry and tell me that I had 1 month to get a job or join the army, or else they were going to kick me out. This went on for nearly 3 years. Finally, on August 18th of 1984, they told me that I had to be out of the house by the next day. Feeling hopeless and depressed and certain that I was never going to amount to anything, I left the house and walked over to Highway 237 and darted in front of a Corvette going 60 miles an hour. I was instantly killed. It is at this point that the listener may well presume that I was sucked into a tunnel with a cosmic light waiting for me at the end of it, but this did not happen. Instead, it was like waking up from a bad dream of too many sights and sounds and becoming conscious of a silky, peaceful, and silent darkness. I was not the least bit afraid, and in fact felt better than I had ever felt, even though I had no body and no face. Yes, and the silence was very soothing, much in the way one feels relieved after a neighbor has finally turned off their loud, obnoxious music, gone with the 10,000 voices and thoughts of doom and worry, gone with the aching pains of unfulfilled desires. And Contrary to popular mortal belief, I was not greeted by friends nor by so-called spiritual guides. I was greeted by the remembrance of what I really am, a conscious piece of indestructible energy, and a fabric of living, breathing darkness. I remembered without any effort that I was but one point of consciousness in a never-ending sky composed of infinite points of consciousness, and it felt glorious. I felt confident and fearless, confident that I was perfect and eternal, and fearless because I had nobody to take care of, nobody to protect from illness or injury, and nobody to feed and shelter.